chauffeur. I'm in it for the bread, but you in a toaster. Hey, yes sir. Got a little older, was a young flexer. You know that it's a go, cause me my jacket checker. Pop one pill, but it's a double decker. Yes sir. I ain't talking schools, I'm waiting on a transfer. Send a water me my ancestors. Put up on the block is hot flaming Chester. Yes sir. I just flew a bitch in from Manchester. They took me to jail, I should've smacked the rester. I'm about the car flexing like Sylvester. No sir, no sir. Pulled up in an I-8 roaster. Drink from too much, told that no sir.
I've been getting a lot of questions in my DMs, comments, etc. about barbering, content creation, college, and just pretty much the whole load of what I pretty much have shown y'all already. So I posed a Q&A, y'all asked y'all questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer them. So question number one, what made me start cutting hair? So to sum it all up, really COVID is what made me start cutting hair. At the time I was in the Navy, and at the time we weren't allowed to go get haircuts. So I took it upon myself to go on YouTube, search haircut tutorials, and learn how to cut my own hair. It was the most cost effective at the time, and it was also just practical at the time. So from there, I would cut my own hair. Everybody would see that I had a haircut. Everybody would see, as soon as I came to work, I had a haircut. So number one question is, hey, who cut your hair? Because at the time in Florida, no barbers was cutting hair unless they was doing house calls. Everybody like, oh yeah, so who cut your hair? And I just be like, me. You would be surprised how many people would be willing to allow you to practice on them in certain situations. A lot of people are serious about their hair, but the best way to get clients is to learn how to do your own hair first and just be your own walking billboard. And then other people gonna be like, dang, you did that on yourself. You definitely could do that on me. So that's basically how I got my start. Next question, since I finished college, what's next? And how do I plan on elevating my growth? This is a great question because the whole purpose of me going to college and going about it the way that I did, I waited until I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I could have went to college right out of high school, but I decided to go the military route, make some money, and then go to college after the fact. Just because realistically, fresh out of high school, I had this one image of what I thought I wanted to do. That image is completely different. I thought I was gonna be in the medical field, be somebody's nurse or somebody's doctor or whatever the case may be, and that couldn't be further from what I'm doing right now. So luckily it worked out for me that way. But I would say now that I'm done with college, what's next is what I'm already doing, whether that's creating content, working with brands, and ultimately just leveraging my education to further expand what I already do. Basically, to sum it all up, I just want to merge barbering, content creation, and brand partnerships into one whole sustainable career. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the vision. Next, what software do I use to edit? Keep it a buck, this might come as a surprise, but for most things that you guys see on my social medias, I only use CapCut Pro. I do not use Adobe, DaVinci, or anything like that. While I know how to use them, I use CapCut Pro because it is so simple. It is very user friendly. If you purchase the Pro version and you use it on a laptop, you can pretty much do everything that you can do with DaVinci and Adobe to a certain extent. For people that aren't trying to be like filmmakers or anything like that, CapCut Pro is the way to go. So when am I driving an E-class? Let's see. How can I put this? Just notice something is in the works, but I have to figure out the right way to put it out, because there is nothing that irritates me more than people dropping e-classes with information that's easily Googleable. Don't get me wrong. Everybody is not going to be the person that's going to go do their own independent research, but I want to provide more education than just what you can find with a simple Google search. Like, I feel like that's kind of taking advantage of people's ignorance a little bit. So I would rather put together a well-rounded body of work that really teaches people the real things that they need to know that you can't just find just from searching it. You see what I'm saying? Like what does it look like if I'm just telling y'all like, oh yeah, to get successful you gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, nah, that's not how it works realistically. And also I think that people have to understand that the e-class is just the first step. That's just the foundation. At the end of the day, nothing is one size fit all. So I have to figure out the right way to convey that without like rambling or, you know, just providing information that's already out there. I want to give something a little different. So I'll say it's in the works, but I can't really give a date. What was the hardest thing to learn about barbering? Honestly, the hardest thing to learn about barbering to me didn't have anything to do do with cutting hair. Cutting hair is a skill, so you either have it or you don't, but the good thing about skills, you can always work on them and get better at them. So that's really gonna be up to you, depending on the type of person you are, to figure out how hard are you gonna work to perfect that skill. Or are you just gonna be the lazy person that just do just enough to get to where you need to go? So the hardest thing for me was honestly figuring out how I wanted to manage the business, because I wanted to be able to scale. So I never wanted to put myself in a box. So the hardest thing for me personally would be managing a balancing effect, figuring out how to balance cutting hair, but also treating this like a true business, because it is. Like, I think that that's the problem with the community within itself. More people don't treat it like a real business, so people don't take you serious. So when you want to charge $100 or you want to charge $75 or whatever you want to charge, people gonna be like, bro, I'm not paying that for a haircut. And realistically, I've never had nobody tell me that, because I treat my business like a business. So I ain't gonna lie, this one was a little strange, a little left field, but I don't mind answering it because I told everybody to ask whatever they want to ask. So the next question is, how did you and your girl meet? Or I guess, how did me and my girl meet? All I'm gonna say is shout out to TikTok. And then lastly, what's my camera preference and setup? I made a TikTok about this before, but personally, I use a 2-camera setup. It depends on what I'm doing, but for the most part, most of what everyone sees is shot with a Sony ZV-E10 with 2 different lenses. I use a Tamron 28-75, and I also use a Rokinon 12mm. Aside from that, if I'm not using my Sony, then I use a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I have both filters, widening lenses, the whole 9 for the setup. I can make a separate video specifically about camera setup, because I feel like we can go into depth about that all day, and I don't think y'all want to see me ramble on this short Q&A for that. So yeah, that's all I got. But yeah, anytime anybody got questions, just go ahead and ask me, because I'm willing to answer anything. Even if you want to get on a one-on-one call, or if you have very in-depth questions that you would really like a specific answer to, I'm more than willing to answer those questions for y'all. But we get into the rest of the video. That's all I got for y'all tonight. Leave it open.
Okay, what can I get started for you?
We'll do 2 orders of the maki taco, chips and guac and salsa, coconut shrimp, and I'm gonna do the fajito and a fucker up.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good. Lunch time. Lunch date.
So you already know from last week, we gotta start off with the chips and guac and salsa.
Sometimes all you need is a little date with your good friend. Thank you for this year. Thank you for providing us the ability to come here as often as we do. Amen. Amen. We got your prayer on there. I think when folks know that you are a praying woman.
Yeah, y'all ain't had no taco like that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Man, juicy is crazy.
Oh, it is juicy.
Y'all ain't had no taco like that though. Back at the house. I ain't gonna lie, I've been eating out like crazy for the past couple of weeks, ever since graduation. So yeah, tonight we gotta make dinner. We about to meal prep. So we about to get into this real quick. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm working with in the kitchen. Y'all ain't never seen it before, but I'm gonna show y'all what I'm working with real quick. So we gonna make some curry chicken for myself, then I'm gonna make some salmon for Fee. With the finished product, we got my curry chicken. She has salmon, broccolini, mashed potatoes, and then for the wine tonight, we're going with this bubbly sangria from Cooper's Hawk. We're finna get into this 2 different meals one night. Alright, yeah, so today I got a house call. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really do these often, but sometimes it's nice to get out your comfort zone, get out of what you're used to doing. So I'm about to get packed up for that now and head that way. Being prepared for a house call is a must. I haven't done house calls in a while, but when I first started, that's all I used to do was house calls. And I can't tell you how many times I show up, don't have this, don't have a brush, don't have this. And it just makes for a very inconvenient time. So I got this backpack. That way I can pretty much keep everything that I use to travel with in here. The only thing that I change out sometimes are the clippers. Like, I just got a new set of clippers that I like a lot, so I threw them in there for this time. But everything else, for the most part, stays in this bag. That way I know for a fact I got the basics. So yeah, we're about to go ahead and go knock this out. And unfortunately, I ain't gonna lie, I think I gotta come back up to the shop at the end. So knock that out, come back. Yeah, we're gonna go on about our day.
3 hours later.
Alright, so no judgment. My bun look crazy. I look ashy, but it's all good. It's all right. Just hold on. Just hold on. The reason why I'm going through this tough time right now is because it's self-care Sunday. I'm not even gonna lie. These past couple months, I feel like I just been neglecting myself, like not really taking self-care serious like I normally do, whether that's the gym, making sure that I'm taking all my vitamins, just daily stuff. But also not just that, like a big part of being a barber that we don't talk about that needs to be studied is the pain that your body be in after standing up all day taking care of your clients. Now, as much as I love y'all, as much as I love my clients, as much as my clients are the biggest portion of my success, bruh, standing up behind that chair get treacherous. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's to the point to where if I don't get regular massages, regularly go to the chiropractor or anything of the sorts, I'm gonna be cooked. Like, cooked is an understatement. So yeah, it's self-care Sunday, and today's edition of that is I'm going to get a massage. My body is hurting in places that I didn't even know it could hurt right now. And we gonna see what I have energy for after that, because every time I get a massage, I just be tired afterwards. I feel like I can sleep the whole day. My goal is to get a massage and then go just run some little household errands that I need to get done, and basically just spend the rest of the day editing. But we gonna see how that goes. I'll see y'all in a little bit. So yeah, y'all remember all them errands I was supposed to run and everything I said I was supposed to do? I don't know if y'all can see that good, but yeah, I'm just not getting up. That massage was everything. So we just gonna have to start over tomorrow. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That massage, this whole self-care day of just being able to relax, this pretty much all I needed. Like, sometimes you just need a reset day. And as much as I was saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna get this done. Yeah, I knew that whole time I was lying. I was just trying to say that just so that way I can get it out of my head that I know I got these things to do. But that's what we got tomorrow for. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna spend the whole day running every errand that I was supposed to run today. And I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my night. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Yo. Alright, so we back. Fresh day today. It's a fresh day. Like I told y'all yesterday, I've been slacking on my self-care. I've been slacking on taking care of myself, going to the gym, eating right, doing everything that I normally do. And if you know me personally, you know I'm a pretty disciplined person. But everybody have their off times. Like, it's been at least a smooth month since I've been to the gym. Not to mention, at least a smooth month since I consistently cooked at home. But we finna get that right today. So I'm about to head to the gym, knock my workout out. I'm a little bit behind schedule. I had some unexpected stuff happen this morning, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna head to the gym, knock this workout out, and then come back to the house and get prepared because I have some people coming to clean it. And then yeah, we're gonna go from there. I hate when people know that they in the wrong. Like, you walking in the middle of the street and then you want to wave at me to go ahead and go. But if I would have hit you and your kid, then it would have been a problem. Make that make sense? But yeah, I'm gonna make this real quick because as much as I need to be in there, I also need to get all my other stuff done. And I gotta edit this week's video. I gotta finish editing everything else for TikTok because mark my words, this week we getting back on top. Like, I'm finna be relentless. Y'all finna see me everywhere. I'm finna be back on my like how I was before I graduated. I feel like I graduated and I just let off the gas a little bit. So no, we finna get back right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I had to cut some niggas out, they didn't mean me no good. I come from the ghetto, so my trunk is in my hood. She wouldn't wear no panties around me, even if she could. Gave out plenty spankings till they got it understood. Fuck the nosebleeds, baby, come sit on this wood. If you know it's tension, don't come around me like it's good. I got street smarts and you can't get this out no book. I can't right my wrongs, but I can still write these hooks.
All time to get exposed, gang. Banned from around here.